today is National Bird Day. I wish they actually brought like a pigeon or like something, like dropped it off on our steps. So don't forget about us. Anyway, but we're super excited because in Michigan we have so many kinds of birds.
Yes, and the woman who's going to tell us all about it is Kristy Taylor, the president of the Capital Area Audubon Society. How are you, Kristy?
I'm well. Thanks for having me today.
Yeah,
we're great to have you.
Yes, we're excited to have you. So let's talk a little bit about Capital Area Audubon. What exactly do you do and how much bird fun do you get to do over there?
A lot. So Capital Area Audubon has been in the Lansing area for almost 100 years. It's a long-term club. We meet monthly to talk about all kinds of bird and nature related things. We also host migration bird walks in the fall and then again in the spring. Beginners, anyone interested in birds, nature, conservation, we encourage you to come join us and be a part.
I love that, especially that it's all year long too as well.
Yes.
Now, for somebody who is a beginner, for those of us at home, birding, bird watching, is there a difference? How exactly do we go about it?
Sure. Well, we all define ourselves a little differently. Birding can be anything from admiring the birds in your own backyard to creating kind of lifelong relationships with these amazing creatures. There are people that study birds for their lives, but one of the things I love about birding is it's so easy to get started. Here I have a few books and binoculars. Really, all you need is just to go outside.
Check.
Yeah, but the simplest tools right here, this is going to get you kind of started on that journey. And there are also a lot of apps that you can use instead of a book, so it makes it nice and easy. You already have your phone with you. Merlin Bird ID is a great one. If you have no idea, you can identify maybe a robin and hopefully a crow or a Canada goose. Then these are going to help you kind of learn more about the nature and the birds around you.
Awesome.
I love that.
And you know, we are in winter time. We've kind of hit it before the snow, but not all our birds fly south for the winter. We have some here in mid-Michigan. What are some of the birds that we can see? I know you took a few pictures that we'll show too.
Yeah. So here in the Lansing area, we're really blessed to have a lot of bird diversity. You can see this picture of a snowy owl. They actually come down to Michigan during the winter, so they're coming down to visit us from kind of their northern breeding grounds. And this one is kind of an urban visitor. That light pole was right in the South Lansing Meyer parking lot.
Up near us.
So they look for areas where it's large open spaces. So you're going to look for snowy owls in fields, those big parking lots. They're going to be on light poles. So that's a really cool visitor we get here in the Lansing area in the winter. The other neat thing that happens are you can see this tree just filled with birds, and these are all American crows. Each morning, right around sunrise, they're going to disperse from these large roosts. Just a month ago during the Christmas bird count, we counted about 1,250 crows all in a small group of trees right off of Mount Hope in between Martin Luther King and Cedar. So these birds will come back together in the evening and form these giant, kind of loud roosts.
They are.
If you're near them, you'll hear them, but it's such a cool spectacle that they only do this time of year.
Yeah, and I love that you identified them. I have to say, this morning I heard something outside, and now I'm wondering which kind it was.
Yeah, you will, especially where we're at right here, kind of that south edge of Lansing. Tonight, even walking out here right around 4 o'clock, you're going to see them start to return to this roost.
Okay, good to know. Duly noted.
Awesome. Now, Kristy, I know this is a hard question. But we asked our viewers. I couldn't not ask you. What is your favorite? Do you have a favorite bird?
It's like picking a favorite child. Like you love them all for very different reasons.
But if they weren't listening.
But if I was in the woods and there was one bird I really wanted to see, it would be the American woodcock, and it is because they are the weirdest bird. All their features are a little odd. They have these really tiny back toes on their feet. They do a really strange mating dance. Their eyes are kind of on the side of their head. They have a long beak that's like prehensile, so it can kind of like move at the end. But they fly south for winter, so we won't be seeing them again until the spring. But if you're interested in those type of birds, any of the, kind of weird, interesting characteristics, digging in, learning a little bit more, it's so much fun.
It does sound like a lot of fun.
Yes.
And we have, of course, all the information on our on screen right now if you want to join in on this fun when you have those meetings and just talk a little bit about what we hear and see every day here in Mid-Michigan. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us, Kristy. It was so great to have you.
And coming up